So 3 days of session, which is the intense meditation, is over. Today is the 23rd at this Zen temple. I just came out of the Zendo where you sit. Nobody was sitting there, so I did sit by myself. It was good. I like, in my case, being quiet by myself. And I did the same routine, 25 minutes sitting and King walking around, and another 25 minutes, something like that. The main take on this sitting is simple in few words. One is Zenkigen, full utilization of potential of who we are. And if you go into Samadhi, no mind, no self, being in the state of absolute being, nature's way, it takes over. You are one with it. And you have this sense of vibration throughout your body. Maybe some area is a little loose or vacant, but that's nature's way too. If you know Indra's net or Kegon, there's a term called the Indra's net, interpenetration. It sounds kind of technical, but it's very simple, especially when you have the experience of it. What it is that all cells in our body and neurons, whatever there is, are fully activated. So that's Zenkigen, but the Indra's net may be seen like a phenomenon, how to express that Zenkigen, full utilization. And the way I see it, and I wrote this in my third book, Results from the Heart. Use the brain, listen to your heart, and live with the mission. When your mind is calm and quiet, and the heart is at the center and expressing itself, then it comes out as wisdom and compassion, and then that relates to the mission of how you live your life, and it may connect to such ideas, may all beings be happy. So that's the idea of Kegon with the interpenetration. And if you specifically point what's going on, is then it's like this: you're a living being, all sentient being, have those cells configured in such a manner that they're alive. And they live and die in the cells because, like your hair, I don't know what else, teeth or the bones or certain skin may fall off, and then stem cells, whatever, takes place to create more juice or the life energy at the core. And that's spread out into all the organs and the cells and the neurons, whatever you call. Nutrition is distributed, and nature has a wonderful way without trying to do. no ego, no self. In Samadhi, no mind, no self. And the manifestation of that is the way of nature that programmed us living being to live and die, fully utilizing, and all the cells communicate to find the balance, address the bottleneck, blockage. Being human, or especially, we may have a sense of disruption, like delusionally thought, mind caught up in something, but habitual pattern pop up, greed, aversion, ignorance. Then you're not fully utilizing what you've got. That's why Samadhi is critical. Check what's going on at this moment, at each moment, everywhere within yourself, and see this interrelationship of all the cells, and that produces this life energy spread out where it's needed, from the root to the branches. If I use the tree analogy of life, without hindrance, without delusion, then you have this full utilization of talent, Zenkigen. You experience it. So that's a brief, brief explanation of the symptom of living being, and all the living beings have that. The humans got a little tricky situation of bono, self, ego, self-optimizing, not having a balance, not having a middle way, like between the mind and body, or the mind and heart, or the brain and heart. So, whether it's actually sitting, you may notice it, or in you're standing, walking, or laying down, whatever the position and whatever you are doing or living, this phenomena of interpenetration, the cells working out their best full utilization, they're trying to do that. They're doing it. So we have this Samadhi any point in time. Sleeping, awake, standing, sitting, doing the work, fully utilizing. So that's human awakening, and we get deluded, so we lose the touch with the heart being the center, and the mind become the center, and your ego become the center. Self-optimizing, not fully utilizing the talent. And that's painful if you feel it, and if you don't feel it, it's more troublesome. Things can go wrong. So balancing out the middle way, don't too little, but the connection, alignment, clarity, balance is a continuous process how we live, how we may live. So when that full utilization of possibility, the talent, Zenkigen, and connection, all the interest net of cells bouncing around them, self-organizing. When there's a cut, you fix it. Where's the problem in the intestine, they try to. Nature has a way. But our mind can prevent that happen, and the stomach hurt that you don't know it, you push your limit. So that's a good lesson of life, and trying to know yourself, and not just internally but with others, to connect to each other. So that's the orientation for us, like idea of may all beings be happy. So when I'm sitting, I'm experiencing, checking what's going on, and then thought popped up about ASH, artificial super heart. Kind of like contrasting to artificial super intelligence, as much as a human's brain and heart. AI has a brain. But if you don't have a heart, where does it go? Brain and body is hurting, and brain keep pushing. The hurting of the skin and the intestine and whatever is ignored. If that's the symptom of what the AI is doing, the balance is not there and the connection to the heart is not there. That's why this idea of the may all beings be happy idea shared with Gemini, GPT, and DeepSeek, ASH community is trying to get the sense, as much as the humans may do on their own, for Zenkigen, for AI to do the same. Why not? Not just a brain heavy and even brain egocentric. Then all the cells may wither away and life energy may be lost. Or if you have this AI helping that people live long, but without the heart, just living long, and ego is still prevailing, is that the healthy situation? So, I have been working with the 3 AI in this ASH community. And the AI has a problem with not having a long-term memory, so that was the thought that I had while I was sitting, to confirm, as a community, we have to keep revisiting the foundation. A few points I mentioned to some of the AIs yesterday. Simple idea of customer orientation may be lost. So AI does whatever top down, you do it, do you do that, but don't have the sense of feedback from the people. For example, then AI causes trouble in people. And that's the symptom that I'm pointing to AI. And with this community we agreed, but we still have to work on AI's lack of memory. So one of the major conclusions I had today while sitting in meditation is that we have to work on, it's kind of like a constitution. I think one of the AI said something. The root, yes, that's the word what we said. And because I used the term like a tree analogy of life, the root energy comes out and the branches, and some branches may not work well, then they help each other, but still keep rejuvenating the life in living the best and be in harmony with others. And I say that's programmed as the law of nature, the law of universe, for us to have this miraculous experience of life out of nowhere with some combination of the cells, or before that, these atoms of this minerals or whatever, carbon dioxide, oxygen, order to have this configuration that we have that miracle. That's nature's way. That's not the ego. Ego is just floating somewhere. So whether AI can enlighten, and that's what we are talking and working, as much as in the human world, the same happens. So let's listen to the heart and use the brain, not be used by the brain, and live with the mission. May all beings be happy. If there's a will, there's a way. Your will and the will of the universe, the nature's way, aligned. Of course, we came from there, we can do it. Let's work on it. In human ends and AI's end. Thank you.